When you see me, get a pen in the pad because I'm teaching here. I'm teaching. We about to do Chicago, 1919. Red Summer. Red Summer even hit my state, Wilmington, Delaware. I'm going to let you know about that too. But right now, we're going to listen to someone who was actually there, an 107-year-old elder who was there. Peep this video out.
We were coming to a party, at the instead, it was a race riot.
Juanita Mitchell was 7 years old when she moved to Chicago with her mother and sister in July of 1919. She's now 107 and still remembers how the city erupted in violence a century ago.
I could hear my uncle saying, "Here they come." And when he said, "Here they come," it meant the white folks were coming down the street. And it was something.
The riots were sparked by the stoning and drowning death of Eugene Williams, a black teen swimming in Lake Michigan who drifted toward the unofficial white section of the beach. What followed was one of Chicago's most violent weeks in its history. White mobs raided black neighborhoods on the city's south side, burning homes and beating people. Black residents fought back with fists and gunfire. 38 people died, 23 black and 15 white, and more than 500 people were injured. Hundreds of black families were left homeless.
I'll never forget it. We were really afraid, and we hid behind the piano in my aunt's house.
The Chicago riot was one of dozens of riots and confrontations that broke out across the U.S. from late spring to early autumn in 1919.
You heard what our ancestors said, and you see how that affected everything. Now, we're about to go to Wilmington, Delaware. Yeah. The first state, a place to be somebody. Remember that? Look at this. This is Wilmington, Delaware. See? Red Summer. The incident was sparked by a deadly confrontation involving the Price family, an African-American family living in Wilmington. My wife is a Price. Understand that. There was a shooting of police. On November 13, 1919, Wilmington police officers raided the Price family's home in connection with a gun store robbery. The Price brothers, Lemuel James and John, were awakened by police entering the house and shots were fired. One officer, Thomas L. Zebley, was killed and another was wounded. Lemuel Price was believed to have fired the fatal shot. The white mob forms. As news of police officers' death spread, a large white mob gathered and marched toward Price home with the intent of lynching the brothers. Police prevented the lynching. Wilmington police